Our next simulator is load flow with price optimization. The objective of the simulator is to predetermine the overload. The user's task is to control the power flow on a small grid system by redispatching the generation from one zone to others, while avoiding overload. The catch is to do it at the best possible price. In levels 2, 3 and 4, the simulator will downgrade the user's mark if these operations are not done the right way. Now let's get to the simulator. We can see that Zone A has only 200 megawatts of load and 1116 megawatts of generation. On the other end, Zone E, contrary to A, has 1200 megawatts of load and only 120 megawatts of generation. Each B, C and D have 500 megawatt of generation and 500 megawatt of load. Closing lines will establish a loop between the two systems, and we see that load flow is now divided passing through Zone B and D, all the way to Zone E. On the bottom right, users will find the contingency analysis tool. This tool tells us that the next contingency between Zone A and E will bring us down to 231 megawatts. Let us open a line to see the effects, and there you go. We now find 231 megawatts between Zone A and E. To complete this overview, let's add more loading. By moving to the left corner, if we increase the loading in Zone E, we find that the load flow increased accordingly. The goal of the simulator is to avoid overload for the next contingency. If the users press on next contingency, it will in this case bring the load at 313 megawatts. We see overloads all over, because the 300 megawatts limits has been exceeded. If I increase at 500 megawatts, I can see that the load is okay, but is it at best price? At level 2 adds a time constraint, and the user is not in control of the event anymore. In level 3, the line's limits change. This one is definitely for experts. At level 4, only ultra operators are accepted, because line's limits change, and the contingency analysis tool is taking time to solve.